You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. It's Sunny Mountains Word of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Arches. So, last time we played this, we left off in a rather dark area. I mean, the game just started. It's already really messed up. So, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm changer up, and oh boy, let's go. How could he do this? How? Cameron tries screaming again, but again it's just a wheeze of breath. He stares at Devon's contact image instead of Devon dead in the closet. They took that picture in college, 5 years ago, just a month into their relationship. At the time, it was a token to show his other gay friends, to prove he had a boyfriend and that he was a handsome bear. And he never changed it, even though he had no one to show off to anymore. How the hell did they end up here? The phone picks up and switches to speaker volume automatically. Cameron knows deep down that this must be a dream, but Devon is still hanging in the closet. And he's overcome by the horror that this could be just a partial dream, and that the worst part of it is real. It makes Cameron try and fail to scream again. You want to know, like? Cameron stares at the phone, unable to understand through the static, but able to recognize the voice. You said you wanted to know what, like, to die. I'd say. It's like drowning forever. Conscious forever while you suffocate for what you made happy when you were alive. Then again, you don't believe in anything, so what you really want to know is what it's like to disappear. Because you're scared. You tell yourself you want to die, that you wish your mom didn't save your worthless life, that you deserve it. Now you tell yourself that if it weren't for me, you'd have ended things back in college. We both know that's a lie, because you're a fucking coward. You'll stay alive as long as you can be with someone who can keep you alive. I could have treated you like absolute shit the past 5 years and you'd still be around today. You fucking begged Dylan not to leave you just weeks after he punched you and gave you that scar. The one you said you got from falling against a cabinet. You're sick. Meanwhile, you let me put you in this situation. You said you wanted it. Do you still want it? No. God, no. Please, God, no. Cameron can't even move his lips. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic, aren't I? You wanted to know what the afterlife is like? I'll give you an idea. Devon's voice became more muffled. Yo, Lupita, tell my boyfriend what it's like. It's quiet for a moment, and Cameron just sits in stunned misery, just waiting. A terrible demonic scream screeches through the phone, and Cameron's fur bristles all over his body, and he fights this prison that he's in with everything he has, and finally breaks free. It takes Devon a moment to realize the terrible sound is coming from Cameron. He's never heard him make a sound like that before. At that moment, whatever it is that his hold on the bear dissolves, and Devon turns around, heaving for breath. When Dev looks at him, he sees Cameron's eyes are wide open. Cameron! Cameron makes that sound again. Though Devon has no idea what Cameron's seeing, he knows that it's something terrible. Devon feels himself beginning to panic. Baby, please, what's happening? Cameron just stares back, and Devon finally snaps. Cameron! Devon is stepping out of the closet when suddenly Cameron lunges off the couch, making a feral sound. The look in the coyote's eyes is so intensely unlike him that Devon draws back in fear. Honey, it's me! Dev's shot, Cameron's paws fly to the bear's neck, but instead of squeezing like he thinks he's going to, they rip at the thick fur there. Wait! Stop! Devon manages to catch Cameron's paw in his own much larger paws, easily restraining the smaller male. Cameron continues to stare at Devon's neck, seeming to search intently. Then he looks up at Devon's face. I saw you dead! You called me and screamed at me! Though Devon doesn't understand, he can tell this wasn't one of Cameron's typical night terrors. The look on his face says it all. Fuck! I'm really sorry. I'm driving you to Peyton right now, or whatever the hell you want to go. But as Devon tries to pull him to the door, Cameron resists. Wait, just let me catch my breath, okay? Okay, just take deep breaths, okay? Devon fumbles with the lantern until he turns it on. Then he stands next to Cameron for a few moments, listening to him sob. Can I at least hold you? Please? Cameron leans towards him as an answer. While Dev strokes his head, Cameron starts to rub his back. Well, he knows that Devon had been terrified too. I'm fine. It was just a really intense vision. I'm so sorry. I've never seen you like that before. You scared the absolute shit out of me. Did you think I was attacking you? Huh? You're going after my neck, sort of. Oh, no, I saw you hanging in the closet. Cameron's breath hitches in his chest. Like from your neck. Oh, shit. Yeah, and it was so fucking real. They hold each other in silence for a while, Dev mulling over what Cameron just told him. Devin no longer has doubts that Cameron is psychic, but right now it doesn't matter. He just wants the Coyote to feel safe again. Devin? Yeah, honey? I think you're right. What about? Something happened. I don't know if it's ghosts or whatever, what else that could have been. But that wasn't just me. I've never felt or seen things like that before. There's more to this than me being crazy. There has to be. We can talk about this when we're in Peyton, okay? Dev, I promise to be honest with you, and I need to tell you something now, otherwise I probably never will. What is it? Dev's heart stands to pound as he sees the look on Cameron's face. Lupita was in this vision, Dev. But please believe me when I say that I don't think it was really her, but... What? Cameron hesitates. Cameron, please tell me. I'm really sorry, but I heard her. It was awful, and I don't know if... It was just a scream. It was horrible. The floor seems to fall out from under Devin, and he feels like he's falling into an abyss. Cameron watches as the motel parking lot disappears into the night. They had left most of their stuff behind in the room, only bringing along what they absolutely needed. Cameron had wanted to take it a bit slower, to think things over before running away like this, but weirdly enough it was Devin that was ushering him out as quickly as he could. Well, no, it made sense. What's truly weird was how Cameron had felt, and how he still feels now. Despite what had just happened, despite the absolute horror of it all, there's a part of Cameron that still wants to stay. Cameron has to assume that this is nothing like what Dev had seen in his previous investigations, that maybe he also felt that overwhelming feeling of wrongness. But it also feels wrong to just leave after hearing what he had heard. He'd expected Dev to want to stay after Cameron had told him about Lupita, and if Dev had asked him to stay, Cameron would have done so, if only to search for better closure after hearing her scream. Despite Dev's calm appearance, Cameron knows that his mind must be in turmoil right now. Now with the night ending like this, he thinks that maybe he should have told Devin what he heard. Yeah, he promised to be honest about it, but the hallucination... No. The vision. Felt like a lie somehow, a trick. It felt real, it happened, but it also felt like something nefarious was behind it all. He felt when the wolf focused on him, as if that unseen something had taken the wheel and started steering things where it wanted them to go. Even if he had no idea what that something could be, Cameron hopes that's the case. The alternative is that the afterlife really is only suffering, and that would mean his mother is in the same place, that everyone's going to that place. Cameron squirms in his seat, the feeling of a suffocating dread creeping up under his neck. Drowning forever. Cameron suddenly turns to look at his boyfriend, unable to deal with the awkward silence any longer. Devin? Devin tilts his head slightly in Cameron's direction, brows raised to show he's listening. Yeah, honey? He doesn't take his eyes off the road, either because it's nighttime or more likely because of what they had just dealt with. The bear is being notably cautious. Still, there's a sense of urgency in his driving, like he's trying to get out of there as fast as he can. Cameron struggles to find the right words. Hey, let's talk when I get on the freeway, okay? I just gotta focus right now. Cameron can't wait until then. Are we coming back? Cameron sees Dev's brows rise again, this time in surprise. No, of course not. We're done. I'm an idiot for doing this in the first place, and again, I'm sorry. Cameron can't quash the feeling that he should be the one apologizing right now. But there's a theme park in Peyton called Southwest Adventures. I thought about going there at the end of our investigation, but we could do that tomorrow instead. Dev pauses, apparently waiting for a response, but Cameron can't think of one to give him. I think it could be fun. Cameron is almost certain that's the same word Devin used just before they left to describe how this investigation would feel. Fun. I think we need to come back. We can't just leave things like that. It was just so... fucked. Cameron sees Dev grit his teeth, and the Coyote feels himself recoil a bit, like he did on a daily basis with Dylan. Sorry, No, you're fine. I'm just having trouble seeing the goddamn road. Just leave it until I can see where I'm going, okay, hun? The Coyote steels himself. He should never feel afraid of Devin. He doesn't need to. I think we should come back tomorrow. Keep this going like you planned. There's something more to this, and I want to help you find out what it is. He says it firmly, in a way that he hopes shows Devon that he's not completely fragile, even if he did break down the motel room. But Devon is quiet. Cameron feels himself start to get a little frustrated that he's being ignored. Then the bear responds, No. No, I don't think so. I'll probably come back, but with another psychic. I'm not gonna put you through that ever again. Despite knowing Devon means no offense by that, Cameron feels offended. Like Devon doesn't think he's good enough or strong enough to do this. But I want to, especially if you're just gonna come back. You think I'm just gonna sit at home knowing you're back out in this hellhole? Listen, Cameron, I've been to a lot of haunted places, but there's something different about this town that feels really off. Fucked, like you said. I don't want you anywhere near it. You said to pull you back if things go south. And they went south. Now it's Cameron who grits his teeth. But I want to! Do you still want it? I know you need to find answers, but after feeling what I felt, I need answers too. Dev's careful maneuvering along the broken road hits a pothole and the interior shakes. Devon winces. Babe, please, let's talk about this later. I just want to get us to Peyton safely right now. Just like that, Cameron's determination dries up. He hates himself for being such a coward. Things had always felt unequal in their relationship, but it was rare for Dev to just say it out loud. To tell the coyote what's good for him, even though Cameron told him what he wanted. It's nothing like it was with Dylan, but the feeling is similar. But Cameron doesn't like that. Well, what if I don't want you to come back here either? Devon takes a deep breath and manages to keep calm. Then we can talk about it when we're safely back home. Cameron goes quiet again. They're halfway past the lake, the body of water looking like a giant dark pit except where the moon glitters on its surface. And that's when Cameron sees something out of the corner of his eye. There's something on the road between two craters of broken asphalt. Cameron stares for several seconds, not sure if he's seeing what he thinks he's seeing. He waits for Devon to say something, to wonder what the hell that is in front of them. But he says nothing, almost like he doesn't see it. Yet, there it is, right in front of them. And it's right where Devon is about to go, and the bear isn't stopping. Cameron manages to jerk himself out of his stunned daze. Oh my god, Devon, look! Huh? What? Dev finally looks at Cameron, his eyes off the road, and still the Jeep moves forward. Stop! Why isn't he stopping? The coyote does the first thing that comes to mind. Time slows down. It's just like what happened back in high school, right before he got hit by the car while skateboarding. He has more time to react now than he did then though, and he slides his arm around his seatbelt to get free and reaches across to Devon's side. He grabs the wheel, and even though Devon is starting to brake, it's not fast enough, and they're less than 20 feet away from hitting it. The coyote doesn't even think, acting on pure instinct. Cameron turns the wheel to the right heart. Jesus! Devon can't comprehend what Cameron's doing before they hit something, and the jolt is far worse than any pothole he'd hit on the road. First, he had been thrown to the left, slamming into his window before he bounces back toward Cameron, and the bear is thrown into his seatbelt. In the back of his mind, he's aware that Cameron is half out of his own seatbelt, having been thrown sideways over the center console. Driven by what feels like pure reflex, Devon throws his arms around the coyote in an attempt to hold him back. Cameron's muzzle meets the bear's thick arm before his forearm smacks into the screen of the head unit. A numbing, tingling feeling explodes across his entire arm. Ah, fuck! Dev brings his arm to his chest, cradling it as he winces. Are you alright? Cameron's breathless voice next to him is enough to reassure Dev the coyote isn't seriously injured. The airbags hadn't even deployed, even though the impact had felt serious. Yeah, my funny bone. What about you? Let me see your face. Devon tries to grab Cameron's muzzle to have a closer look at him. It's hard to see with only the glow of the Jeep's headlights, now dim from the swirling dust kicked up by the accident. Alright, y'all, I'm going to pause it right there. Oh, lordy. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!